Hello everyone, welcome to Uni Voyage. This is Vedika Manik, and today we have a very special guest with us. So today we have Prateek Ganguly with us, and he has an extraordinary background. He is from Delhi, did commerce with math, and he secured 97.4% in CBSE. He got he secured Air 1 in DUJAT, which is exceptional, and also cleared IIM Rohtak IPM. So we want to hear from Prateek today so that we can help you aspirants in your journey towards whichever dream college you want in BBA. So Prateek, why don't you introduce yourself apart from these wonderful achievements under your belt?
Hi Vedika, I am Prateek Ganguly. I am currently pursuing BA 5-year course from Shahid Sukhdev College, and I'm in my first year right now. Apart from my college, I have various interests like I'm very enthusiastic in finance and economy, and I think it's a virtue for me that I have a very quantitative bent of mind.
Okay, thank you, Prateek. Now we'll dive right into the questions. So, aspirants keep asking how can one manage preparation for their boards as well as DUJAT? So, can you tell us your journey?
See, in my view, I think that preparing for boards along with DUJAT is not at all an impossible task to do. So what it takes is a very conscious effort to strike a balance between the two. So like, for example, if you are giving, let's say 5 to 6 hours for your boards preparation, then I think then anything between 20 minutes to an hour you should give to your DUJAT preparation as well. So in this way, like you can strike a balance, and uh, I would tell you the exact reason why I'm saying this, because there are subjects like GK and English which you cannot master in a month or two. So so to master them, to perform well in the exam, I would recommend everyone to start preparing for English, especially the vocabulary part and the idioms and phrases, and along with it the GK, which you can prepare before 6 months of the examinations, so you can score a great marks in DUJAT. And whoever is still waiting and is an aspirant or 2021 DUJET and is still waiting for the boards exam to get over to get started with their DUJET preparation, it's my humble request to wake up and fasten up the seatbelts and get ready for this journey.
Okay, Prateek, can you elaborate on the books and resources that you use for preparing for this exam?
To be very honest, I hadn't I didn't have much books to name, but since I was enrolled in IMS Coaching Institute, which is in Delhi only, and it is also across the length and breadth of India. And if and apart from this, I took help of Norman Lewis. There's a book called Word Power Made Easy, but I would recommend that don't entirely depend on this book, because this has also it is because there are limited words in this. And for GK, I used to read through various websites, in the likes of Jagran Josh. There was one, the Cloud Affairs. So these are some wonderful websites which you will find in free in over the net, and they give you questions in a very systematic way, like you can so that you can prepare well for your exams. So and if you particularly want the names of the books, so I can give you that as well. Like for maths, I think RS Agarwal is a great book to get started with. And for English, there is one book from the Aryan publications. So those two are great books which I found. So those were the materials. And moreover, if you are enrolled into some coaching institute, then I think they would provide you the requisite books.
All right. Can you tell us your strategy that you undertook for the GK preparation specifically in DUJAT? Like, I know you elaborated on the resources, but is there a particular method that the student should use while studying GK?
Yeah, so first of all, you should keep in mind that GK is not something that you can prepare overnight. You need to study it for at least let's say 6 months to 8 months before the exam. So I just did that, and I would recommend you to do so. And once you get started with it, make sure that you make mind maps. So let me elaborate what are mind maps. So mind maps are something that you write the keywords and then attach those keywords with other keywords, so you retain those things which you learn over time. So these mind maps help you to retain all those things, all those vast things which are in GK. And I think this was one of the best techniques I was taught, where I used to take my coaching from. So keep in mind about this mind map concept, and this works wonderful for everybody. And also, and I forgot to tell you that also the websites which I mentioned just now, the Clouds Affair, the Jagran Josh, and there are many websites like this. You can always have a check over them, since they provide you with the weekly uh, objective questions which you will find nowhere. So those cover almost everything that has happened over the past week. And I think if you get a hold of these websites and follow them regularly, then I think no one can beat you in GK.
Do mocks also help in the preparation of DUJAT? And can you tell us how to prepare a paper appearing strategy for students?
I think I can't put enough emphasis on how important the mocks are. I gave around 15 to 20 mocks for the DUJAT only, and in totality, I gave around more than maybe even 40 mocks. So you can well imagine how important the mocks are in preparing us and giving us that requisite confidence which gives a boost while we are writing our papers. So first of all, before even we start preparing, you should give a mock so you know where you stand. So after that you should analyze those areas where you performed not that good as compared to the other areas, and should deliberately work on those areas. And apart from the mocks, I think first of all you should go about the previous year papers, because you know that what areas, specific areas you need to focus on. So once you know what are the specific areas, then you have clarity in your mind that yes, that these are those specific topics which I need to cover. And over time you would see that this is quite a very enjoyable process in itself, and you will find it very interesting as well.
Pratik, where can aspirants find the previous year papers if anyone comes up with that doubt?
I think it is easily available on the due websites only.
All right. Now moving on to aspirants who are targeting both IP MAT and DUJAT, like they're preparing for both the exams simultaneously. Do you think there is a particular strategy or some kind of modification they need to apply in the preparation so that they can manage and justify both?
Since as I said that you can manage both DUJAT and boards simultaneously, similarly you can also manage that IPM course along with boards and DUJAT. There are some subjects, like I mentioned, GK and English. So GK though asked in DUJAT only, but there is English which is common in both the exams. So what you can do is you can just if you are not that good in English, then you can take up the newspapers and pick up the editorial section. If you are interested in let's say if you are interested in business, then you can pick up the Business Insider, or if you are interested in politics, you can take up the Hindu. And these editorial pages help me immensely in improving my English, and I am sure it would help you also. And in the maths part which is being asked in IP MAT, I think in both the exams, And so the in DUJAT the maths is not that difficult as compared to IP Mat. And the syllabus, if you go about the syllabus, you will notice that in DUJAT the syllabus is very similar to that of the 12th class and the 11th class maths. But in IP Mat the syllabus is in the maths is a bit different. It's highly, it's heavy on quant, and the quant is of very high level. So you need to get hold of some good books which I mentioned just now. And I think if you get in touch with some coaching institutes, then they would surely help you out.
All right, Prateek. A lot of aspirants are, struggling to look for motivation. Can you tell them what to expect once they enter into Shahid Sukhdev so that they have something to look forward to and, keep themselves motivated?
So a bit about Shahid Sukhdev. Shahid Sukhdev College is one of the premier colleges, or you can say the B schools of India presently. And in Asia, it is at the second at the second number, and in India, it is obviously at the first. So Shahid Sukhdev College, I would say there are more than 30 societies where you can be a part of, around two or three at a time. And also there are various activities which take place over the years. And the companies which come for the placement and also for the internships are highly reputed companies. And I would say if you are really looking forward towards case competitions and various types of competitions, I think that is the heart and soul of Shahid Sukhdev.
So, a question on a lot of aspirants' minds, especially those inclined towards management, is which to choose between IPM, IIM Indore, and Shahid Sukhdev. And here today we have a student of Shahid Sukhdev and a student of IPM. So I thought, why not have a healthy discussion so that you guys can take an informed choice. So Prateek here chose to give DUJAT over IP Mat. So Prateek can explain his reasons to you all for doing so. So why don't you tell us?
Yeah, so there are various factors why I chose to give due that over IP Mat. The first factor could be the distance reason, that Shahid Sukhdev is pretty close to my house. So I thought why not I should go to Shahid Sukhdev instead of going that far in I am Indore. Secondly, I would say the expense part. The expenses in Shahid Sukhdev are much lower as compared to I am Indore. And thirdly, right now I have no such plan to do MBA, and I want to get an work exposure right at after I complete the first 3 years of my college. And that's why I thought that, oh, it's okay that I may have to give CAT after, let's say, after 5 years, uh, b- um, but I would have that satisfaction that yes, I that after completing my college I had some work experience, and then I'm getting into an IM so that I can implement uh, those skills which are taught in MBA into my real world life.
So I'm a student of IPM, and I'll tell you the reason why I chose IPM IIM Indore over Shahid Sukhdev. So again, the location factor is one thing. Like Indore over Delhi is what I I took into consideration. Another thing that I kept in mind, which a lot of people keep in mind when they look forward to IPM, is that staying 5 years on in IIM Indore, in an IIM, that tag and that experience with peers and seniors and the strong alumni network. So the reason for bringing this up today for discussion was to explain to the aspirants that this decision is very attuned and very subjective to your personal conditions and situation right now. So Prateek, for example, had different goals. Like he wanted to get work experience and then go for an MBA. I have different goals, and you might have different goals too. So please keep that in mind while taking a choice, and you can't objectively say that one is better over the other and vice versa. So I think we've come to the end of the interview. I just want Prateek to give, final motivation to all the 2021 aspirants who are sitting for their respective exams.
So my final words of advice would be that do make sure that you maintain a timetable which you follow rigorously. And always believe in yourself and never lose confidence. And I followed a quote which I would like to share with you all, like, shoot for the moon, and even if you fail, you will land among the stars. So with this, I would like to say goodbye.
Thank you so much, Pratik. I'm really, really glad that we did this interview, because now the aspirants have gotten advice from, Air One DUJAT. So I'm sure that they'll do well and implement this advice for their preparation. Thank you for coming to our channel. Thank you, everyone. This was Uni Voyage. Please like and share this video and subscribe to our channel. We would really appreciate it. Thank you.